Hello, I'm Robert Zygai, and today we will be discussing the relevant Bill of Rights that is pertinent for any criminal defendant. These includes the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 8th Amendments. We will be going over each one, and I will explain each of them in detail to you. Knowing their amendments and what each one means is important because you must be able to follow these amendments when investigating and coming into contact at any point in time with people. Failure to follow these amendments can result in the courts throwing out any case you may have been building against a person, or can result in you getting into trouble or losing your job. First, we will cover the 4th Amendment. The 4th Amendment states the right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrant shall issue but upon probable cause supported by oath or affirmation that particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. This means that in order for a police officer to search and arrest someone or search someone's property, they will need to get permission or a warrant to do so from a judge. In order to get a warrant, the police officer must have evidence or probable cause that supports the need for a warrant. A police officer or whoever has the evidence must swear that it is true to their knowledge. The next amendment we are going to cover is the 5th Amendment. The 5th Amendment states no person shall be held to answer for a capital or otherwise infamous crime, unless a presentment or indictment of a grand jury, except in cases arising in the land or naval forces or in the militia, when in actual services in time of war or public danger, nor shall any person be subject for the same offense to be twice put in jeopardy of life or limb, nor shall be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against himself, nor be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor shall private property be taken for public use without just compensation. The 5th Amendment means no one can be put on trial for a serious crime unless grand jury decides first that there is enough proof or evidence so that the trial is needed. If there is enough evidence, the person who is charged with the crime will be put on trial for the crime. People in the military can go to a trial without a grand jury first deciding that it is necessary. This is the case of the military person commits a crime during a national emergency or a war. If someone is put on trial for a certain crime and the trial ends, the person cannot be tried once more for the same crime. If a person is convicted of a crime and then serves their time in jail, they cannot be put on trial a second time. The government does not have the power to make someone testify against himself. The government cannot take away a person's life, property, or freedom without following certain steps that give the person a fair chance. The government cannot take away a person's property for public use without in some way paying them back for it. The next amendment we are going to talk about is the 6th Amendment. The 6th Amendment states in all criminal prosecutions the accused shall enjoy the right to a speedy and public trial by an impartial jury of the state and district wherein the crime shall have been committed, which district shall have been previously I think I missed the spot. which district shall have been previously ascertained by law, and to be informed of the nature and cause of the accusation, to be confronted with the witness against him, to have a compulsory process for obtaining witnesses in his favor, and to have the assistance of counsel for his defense. This means the person who is accused of a crime has the right to get a quick trial. The person who is accused also has the right to receive a public trial. The accused person has the right to find out what they are being charged with and why they are being held in jail. The accused person also has the right to learn who is claiming that they committed the crime, along with the right to ask questions. The accused person has the right to make anyone attend their trial if they believe that person can help with the case. The accused person also has the right to hire an attorney. If they cannot afford an attorney, the court can provide one for them. The last amendment we are going to cover is the 8th Amendment. The 8th Amendment states, excessive bail shall not be required, nor excessive fines imposed, nor cruel and unusual punishments inflicted. This means that courts are not allowed to assign an accused person a large and excessive amount of money for bail. The courts and officers are also not allowed to use cruel and unusual punishments to try and get a person to confess to a crime. Now that we have covered all four of the amendments, I hope that you have a good understanding of what each one means and that you can properly apply these amendments to your job.